Andrea from Be Well.
So we're so happy you joined us today. We have something we want to talk about today that's just been, it's just so close to our hearts, and it's something that we're so extremely passionate about. It's why we do what we do. It's why we do what we do every single day. Why we have Be Well Health. Why we work to just try to spread the message of health. And today we wanted to talk about cancer, and we wanted to do what we can in a small way, in a big way, in whatever way we can to help anyone who has been suffering with this disease. Or it seems like everyone knows, even if you don't have it, it seems like everyone has a brother or a sister or a mother or father or a child or a friend, someone who has cancer. So this disease is spreading. There are funky cancers coming out. Every time we turn around, there's a new cancer, a rare cancer. So what do we want? We want to
Stop cancer.
Stop cancer. And we have
the answer right here.
Hippocrates said, the father of medicine, Hippocrates actually said, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. So obviously one of the things we're going to talk about, the major thing we're going to talk about today is food, but we're going to talk about a lot of other things as well. What inspired me to talk to Andrea about doing this live stream today was the last few weeks, it seems like we've met with so many people who have been diagnosed with cancer. A very dear cousin and a friend to me, her sister-in-law just recently passed away from breast cancer, and she was just in her 30s. So, and then just this past week, we met with someone else who has cancer. The week before that, we met with several people who have cancer. So we're talking the last couple of days and trying to figure out what can we do? What can we do as people? What can we do as health professionals? What can we do as a health company to help people who are suffering with this disease, or who know someone who is suffering with this disease? So please, while we're doing this video, if you have any questions, if you'd like to share your story, I would love to hear your story. We read so many wonderful comments when we posted about this live stream. We read some great comments of people who had overcome cancer. So God bless you all. God bless you for just persevering and just fighting the good fight. So it seems like people. A lot of times this disease comes out of nowhere. And you know, how many times have you heard of people getting lung cancer who have never smoked a day in their lives?
Exactly. Or the guy that works out every day and eats good but still ends up with, prostate cancer. Yeah. It's out of nowhere.
Yeah, it seems, and I feel like there are so many. The problem is there's so many myths out there, and I think of course everybody wants to cure this disease. Of course, everybody wants to fight this disease. There are so many fantastic foundations that are doing research, but yeah, it seems like every time we turn around, we hear about people with the wrong information.
Right.
And I don't want to say, we work with so many physicians. Some of my best friends are physicians. So a lot of times people will meet with physicians and then come and meet with us, and they'll say, why didn't my physician tell me this, or why didn't so? We're all just doing the best we can, and physicians play a really important role in this world, and we need doctors. But you know what? Doctors aren't well versed in nutrition. They don't. Excuse me. They become doctors. It's not like they have to take tons of nutrition courses. Yeah. Nutritionists and dietitians take nutrition courses.
Right.
So so it's important for all of us to just work together.
Right.
We've worked with physicians who have diseases. We've worked with celebrities. We've worked with athletes. There is this major problem with disease, and I can tell you, I have never suffered with cancer, but I have suffered with my own issue. 12 years ago, I went totally blind. I was diagnosed with a rare disease, and by the grace of God, and the things that I know about health, I persevered, and I regained the majority of my eyesight. Within a year and a half, I regained the majority of my eyesight. And so now what we try to do is just help people deal with the different diseases that are out there.
Spread knowledge.
So part of the problem, I don't know if you guys can see this, but we have some foods to go over. So we've talked about how cancer is everywhere.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It has no
criteria.
Children get it. Babies get it.
Yeah.
Adults get it. Anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone can succumb to. But food.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people argue and say it has nothing to do with food. A lot of people, and this is where I'm going to say this just because it's something that we hear constantly, but I also sort of apologize for the way that I have to say this. But here's the thing. A lot of people will get diagnosed with cancer and they start to work with their oncologist,
right.
and they'll ask the oncologist, you know, does diet matter?
Right.
A lot of times, and I don't know about every physician, but I have heard several times that physicians will say, no, you know.
Keep eating how you're eating. You're good.
Please, I'm here to tell you, if you have had cancer or you know someone who has cancer, no, food does matter. And I'm not here to say, look, we can't give any guarantees, and I'm not here to say food's going to cure you, it's going to you know, be the answer. But what I can say is, look, it can certainly help. So even if you hear, you know, say you read a book or your doctor or somebody says, no, food doesn't matter, it can't do anything. Gosh darn it. If I was the kind of person who swore, I'd be swearing right now. Tell me it can't matter. Like, how can food not matter? You know, there is so much proof out there and so much research that shows that yes, certain foods do cause cancer. There are chemicals and poisons in our food and our food supply, and they do cause cancer. So yeah, how about getting rid of those?
Yeah, first start.
So let's talk about before we actually, because this disease is so, and people that suffer with this disease is so near and dear to our hearts. So we want to do something. So we do have something that we want to share with you. But before we get to that, we really want to talk about some foods. First of all, I have done we've been doing 7 years at least, 7 or 8 years of health coaching.
Right.
You don't know how many times I have been shown this by people.
Yeah.
And what is it? There's and this is just like I could have thousands of products out in front of us right now, right, that we could talk about. But I just want to sort of point out that yes, if you're trying to combat cancer, if you've had it in the past and you want it to never come back, if you know someone who has cancer, if your brother or sister has cancer or your child has cancer, you do need to know about what is in your food and what you're consuming. Right. So I think, aren't there like commercials that talk about a Special K diet where they tell you to
just eat Special K products?
All right. So what besides the sugar that's in here, which by the way, can I just say, and I know a lot of people think, oh, food has nothing to do with it. Sugar and fat. Yeah. Sugar and fat. Sugar and fat. There are so many studies that show. What is the root? What is it perpetuated by? Maybe it's not the root. Maybe you got cancer because of, I don't know, something in the environment. Yeah. But fat and sugar will perpetuate it. Yes. So are you looking at the ingredients?
You'll be surprised that all of these ingredients that we have here have one thing in common, and that is their ridiculously high content in sugar. Okay. You might not think, so for example, that this Special K cereal or this Log Cabin pancake mix, how could Log Cabin pancake mix that's made with whole grains and says all natural
so please,
filled with sugar?
Okay, so I'm trying to stay calm. Yeah. I get so annoyed when I see things like whole grain, whole wheat. Yeah. Oh, it's all baloney. It's just baloney. Misleading. It's misleading. It's baloney. Yeah. Garbage like this. This should be considered candy. Yeah. Things like this.
We have second ingredient sugar. Almost every one of these items if not the first, the second ingredient is sugar. So you think you're doing good to your body by eating all natural pancakes, you know, health bars, but
it's not food. It's not food.
Sugar.
It's not food. And like even like oatmeal.
Yeah.
You know, instant oatmeal.
Yeah.
Buy some oats groats. You know, good, decent quality oats groats. Boil them on the stovetop. It takes 5 minutes, and then add your own stuff. Add your own berries. Add your own cinnamon. Add a little bit of organic maple syrup. But this garbage has got to stop.
We have to get back to basics.
You know what? A lot people who know me and know me well know how simple I am. I'm truly a very simple person. I like a simple life. I'm a simple person, and that's kind of the way that I am even with my food.
Yes.
Simple.
Yeah.
Get back to basics. Keep it simple. No need to embellish.
You need to toss
There's
this
no
all
need.
away.
Yeah. And look, the worst, probably one of the worst offenders on this counter is.
How much does this stuff go into like your smoothies, stuff that you think you're making healthy, but you know, just your peanut butter. So what can we say about this?
So stop. This is candy with saturated fat and poison.
Yes.
I'm sorry to say it that way, but this is what this is.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, look, you know, a bowl of fruit.
Let's get these away and start bringing in the basics. What do we have
greens. You know, avocado, carrots. So, okay, so we've kind of, you know, we could. There's a whole list of things to stay away from. There's basically, I don't know how to say this politely. The supermarket is not your friend. I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry if you own a supermarket.
But the farmer's market.
But the farmer's market
is.
The farmer's market is. And unfortunately, we do have to know, we have to have some knowledge and some wisdom about what we're buying at the farmer's market.
Right.
Because there are certain things that should always be bought organic. So when you're at, you know, and here's why we're doing this, because, you know, and I feel so bad because people in the health profession are sometimes, I don't know, I've had so many conversations over the years with people who say, oh, you know, people should know better, or check out your information, or read the ingredients. Listen.
Yeah.
If you're walking into a supermarket and you're walking down the aisles, how am I, unless I've done an incredible amount of research, how am I supposed to know that there's poison in food? So you can't blame people.
Yeah.
So you know, it's people like us or health professionals. We just are trying to get the word out about what to stay away from and what to actually make sure that you educate. It's all about education. It's about education, enlightening people. So yeah, as far as food goes, keep it simple. Simplify your life. Keep it simple. Back to basics. Whole foods. The things to, and especially because I read so many beautiful comments on Facebook when we were going to do this live stream of people who had recovered from cancer. You know what? If you have been blessed and you have recovered from cancer, pay attention to your diet. It does matter. I don't care what anyone says to you. Your food does matter. Get rid of the processed foods. Get rid of boxes. Get rid of cans. Get rid of basically just food. Food. Simple food. The simple life. Yeah. We need to all go back to the simple life.
Such a better time.
So fruits. So here, if you are trying to combat cancer, and if you are trying to help someone who is trying to combat cancer, you know, I saw a lot of things on Facebook, and thank you all for commenting. I saw things like B17. I thought, you know, apricot seeds. I saw, the alkaline menu. A lot of great comments. Here's a list. Fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts and seeds, beans, lean proteins, and good healthy fats. That's your list. If you can write that list down and keep to that list, you can find anything. Yeah. And I'm not here to say I can't say that it's that you're if you stick to that list you're going to be cured. but man, you've got a fighting chance.
Yeah.
You know, at least if you pay attention to the food, you've got a fighting chance. Sorry, I feel like I'm doing all this talking. I'm not this. We wanted to talk about this, but I get so. So here's what we want to do. You know, and I get so, as you all can see, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm so passionate about this topic and so determined to try to do what we can. So here's our thought. We've worked with so many people. We've worked with athletes and celebrities and physicians and people who can't afford anything at all. And the last thing that we want to see happen, you know, it's the scariest thing in the world to be sitting in your doctor's office and to have your physician say you have cancer, and then all of a sudden you're overwhelmed with anxiety and stress and fear, and you know, and I don't know, maybe you don't have maybe there isn't the time, or maybe there isn't the money, or whatever it is, to start to do research, to see what the options are. I'm not here to say don't do what your doctor do what your doctor tells you to do, but also what we would like to do is to offer our help. So our company, Be Well Health, we offer health coaching, we offer menus, shopping list, recipes, daily tips, exercise videos. We offer absolutely everything that you need to get healthy. But we recognize that a lot of times, especially whether it's, I mean, the last thing you need to do is spend money when you're stressed and anxious. And you know, so many people, I've heard stories from people saying, I spent thousands of dollars to go to this holistic center. No offense to that. Look, wellness centers and holistic place, I think it's all fantastic. I'm not here to offend anyone. What we are here to do is to offer our services. So here is our commitment to anyone who is watching this. If you have cancer, or if you have had cancer in the past, if you contact us at info@VWellHealth. That's info@V like victory, well, WELL, health, HEALTH.com. Contact us. We will provide our services to you for free. We will coach you. We will give you everything that we have, and we will supply it to you for free. That's our commitment. That's how much we want to just impact and be able to help you. Sorry, it gets. So we're here. Whatever the one thing that will help us, because this is going to be interesting and a bit challenging, but we would like to help. So here's the thing: if you have cancer or have had cancer, when you contact us, before we set up the first appointment so that we can help you with coaching, because we'll help you with health coaching, and we will also provide you a menu. We have several menus that are cancer fighting menus.
Yes.
And they're great because they provide you with the entire menu for as many people as you need, for one person, 10 people, whatever. It's a fantastic program, and it provides you with shopping lists and recipes. And so what we ask you to do before making the first, so email us, but we will say to you before making the first appointment for coaching, maybe just keep a journal, keep a 3-day journal of things that you're, right?
Yes.
We'll have them like, write down everything you're eating and drinking for 3 days. That helps us to kind of, go over it, try to see where you're at, what we can modify, what we can change. And that includes everything. Keep on your journal, put coffee, what you're putting in your coffee, if you're putting garbage in your coffee,
how much water you're drinking.
That's right. Yes, how much water, and water. The world is not drinking water.
We're all dehydrated.
We're all dehydrated. So the 3-day journal, if you can do that, and also a list of ailments, things that have, whether you suffer with headaches, knee pain, whatever it is. If you can give us that list, that kind of, I think getting those things. And getting all of that in order will help us to just coach whoever wants to be coached by us and receive our program. So that's our commitment to you. And actually, we would like to just. I was so inspired by some of the great stories that I saw on Facebook of people overcoming. So even if just share your stories. Write me at info@BeWellHealth and share your story.
And share this. I mean, you may not be
please
personally suffering.
That's right. You may not be suffering with cancer, but I would ask you to please share this on your Facebook page. Let's get this word out. We're doing this to help.
Yes.
There are so many, and I think it's amazing. There's so many absolutely incredible foundations and so many philanthropic efforts of wanting to stop cancer and cancer research. That's all amazing. We want to do our part, and our part involves eating right.
Yes.
And if we can at least look, I've had plenty of people say to me, so-and-so tried to eat right and it didn't work out. You've got a fighting chance.
Yeah.
If you have been diagnosed with cancer, or your family member has, or someone you know, if they at least remove the garbage and eat cleaner, more natural, you've got a better chance.
Yeah.
So, do you, I feel like I guess I have a lot to say on this topic. It's just very
took the words right out of my mouth. I just hope, people contact us and take use
share
this opportunity.
Yeah, share this video with your friends, and we would love to hear from you. So thank you so much for tuning in. Are there any questions or comments?
Anthony from New Jersey is watching, and
Hi, Anthony.
Thomas says great information.
Oh, thank you, Thomas. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you.
God bless you all.
Be in touch.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.